Hi there, Henry Smith here from IamWealthyandRich.com, where we talk about how to understand the game of money and play it well. Thanks for joining me for today's cryptocurrency portfolio update. Something I do on a daily basis. Started this in February 2021, and I do it today. Most of the time I record it, and today I'm recording for documentation purposes. And make sure you stay to the end, because I always talk about something after the update. And before I continue, it's important for me to do the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor or financial planner, so make sure nothing from this video can be taken as financial advice, just for information purposes. Make sure you do your own due diligence before you make any financial decisions, and also understand that all investing, especially in crypto, carries a degree of risk. So do not invest in crypto or any investment more than you can afford to lose. With that said, let's share my screen and share my screen. Go to the spreadsheet. This is a spreadsheet I've been updating. Got three main columns: the altcoin, Bitcoin, and the totals column. Green and red. Green is when it's moved forward on a previous day. Red is when the market's moved backward on a previous day. Sometimes we've got forward, backward, forward, backward, forward, backward. Some days forward, some days backward, and so on and so forth. So yesterday was a red day. The market went backwards. Just put a portfolio. Let's put the date in here and see what happened today. So it's 3rd of December, and get the figures from this portfolio here. So it comes in from a live feed into an asset group, and get the final figures put here. So this portfolio consists of one whole Bitcoin and a selection of specially selected, specially researched alternative coins or altcoins, and it's the total at the top. So left hand side we've got US dollars, right hand side we've got British pounds or pound sterling, and this is the percentage split. It was 75, it was 25-75 before, but it's now 80-20. That means altcoins have moved forward a little bit further as a whole than Bitcoin. But let's take this figure here. It's 220,920.42. So let's put the time. Let's get the time in the UK. Just dropped my phone, but never mind. I forgot the figure now. What is it again? 220,920.42. Okay. 220,920 and 42. I think it was 42. Yeah. And that is, it looks like it's down again. Down 5,931 on yesterday. So it's down. So we're down before 8,612. Now we're down a further 5,931. So that's okay. Cool. Let's look at the totals. 276,954 and 28 cents. 276,954. 276,954 and I don't know what it was. And 28 cents. 28 up to 8. Bring this down here. That is a 6,000 minus 6,000. Okay, bring this down. Okay, so Bitcoin is down $175. Yesterday it was down 200. That's right. Yesterday it was down 2,522. Today it's down further down, 175. Total portfolio is down. Yesterday it was down 11,135. Today it's down a further 6,106. And so it's another red day. And like I said, I don't get flustered and worried about the ups and downs, as ups and downs, as ups and downs, because that's what the market does, but it does it in an upward direction. So yeah, I'm lost money. You lose money, you make money, you lose money, you make money, you lose money. As long as you make more than you lose, you're doing fine. So it's all good. And like I said, you can go through the videos, you can see all these updates. At least 99% of them were recorded And you can see them, as the market grew and the market went down, the market went through the crash and what happened and so forth, how it recovered. And so this is, all this information also can be used as data and very important analysis together with some other information I have that can really help in making decisions. So that's the reason why I do this, in case you're wondering. These tend to form a pattern. And from these patterns, you can kind of get more insight into what's happening and what's going to happen. Talking about what's happening, let's look at the market right now. The whole crypto space is $2.5 trillion at the moment, $2.539 trillion at the moment, which is not bad. Not bad, it's fantastic. It's 10 times more than it was 19 months ago. 10 times. February 2020, it was a tenth of this, a tenth. So, and this is showing the money that flows in and out of the market, money that flows in, the money flow, how money flows into the market and money flows out of the market. At the moment, we're in a bit of a downtrend in terms of the amount of money flowing in, but money is starting to flow. Money was flowing out. Now, a little bit flowing in, a little bit flowing in a bit, but we'll keep an eye on that. So that kind of shows you how the price changes based on the money that flows in and the money that flows out. You should look at, and it's not a matter of the height of this, because it can be in like that, even in a lower, when the market cap was smaller. Okay, so it always reached this height. It just is a percentage of the money that flows in and flows out. Very powerful way of analyzing the market. So back in March 2020, we still had money flowing in and money flowing out. Okay, and this is just showing the percentage of money that is flowing in, the percentage of money that's flowing out. So talking about Bitcoin, again, taking a step back, or should I say taking several steps back, the market is still going upwards in an upward trend. However, it is going up and down in an upward trend. And like I said, I drew these, using calculations and so on, drew these trend lines, and and they are, like I said, it's working true to these trend lines, but in an upward direction. You understand? And so these weren't drawn after it done this, was drawn before it did this, and you can see it works in all time frames. So we go to the 2 weekly. Okay, still behaving within the same time frame. 1 weekly. Okay, that means when we say 1 weekly, we mean each of these candles represent 1 week of activity. But this is 1 week. That means here it went down for 2 weeks consecutively before entering into this tunnel. So the last 3 weeks has really been a downward trend. That's what we're showing here. The last 3 weeks has been downward trend. We're currently in this current week, and currently this week has been downtrend, and which is good for some and bad for others. Depends on how you're in the market. There are different ways to be in the market. There are ordinary ways. The safest way is to dollar cost average and hodl. And I have a video on that and showing the effects of that case study. I'll show you how to get access to that. But shows what happens over 4 years of hodling. I'll show you that, get access to that in a minute. One day, oh, it's better. This is taking a very closer look at the market, and there's, you don't want to get upset yourself by going to the 4-hour chart or the 1 hour chart or 5 minute chart, because you're now looking at things on such a microscopic level. You don't get an accurate picture. The big picture is the accurate picture. The accurate picture is that it's going up. That's the accurate picture, and you can only see that as you zoom out. So yeah, it seems to be going up and up, down within this range. Again, it's the same line, with yellow lines that it's working. So it looks like it may come down to this, heading towards this, and then bounce back up. Hopefully it doesn't break through There's the trend, you know, and let's look closer. I'll come back to the grid lines, a closer look at the grid lines in a minute. The Gaussian channel, like I said, having trouble at the moment getting through this red line, this 57.8 level, 57,800 level. It really needs to try and push back above this before it gets, and then above this to confirm. Okay, but it couldn't confirm. It tried to confirm, pushed it above this, and then this was the confirmation that if it can get above this clearly, then it's off to the next level. It couldn't quite confirm, and it was rejected. Came down. Didn't even use this as support. Went straight through it, and now it's using this as resistance. For the past, these are 5-day candles. So this particular, each of these represent 5 days of activity. And so this particular one started a couple of days ago. We've got 3 hours, 3 days, 8 hours left of this one. We'll see where it goes, whether it stays underneath or whether it push itself above. But what, you know, some people don't want to happen. It doesn't really matter to me which way it goes. But what some people are looking at, is it going to come back into the Gaussian channel and pay it another visit? Well, and the interesting thing is, you know, it wasn't inside the Gaussian channel. We drew this line to say that it has to get past this line to get out of the Gaussian channel, and it did back in October the 3rd. And but the interesting thing is, you know, is it heading back into the Gaussian channel? That's the question. Now, the interesting thing is, to get back into the Gaussian channel, it's not that it has to get to the 49,600 level, 666 level, because the Gaussian channel has risen. It has risen, so it could get down to 51,000 and get into the Gaussian channel now. So we have to watch and see that. If that happens, it could go lower if it gets into this channel, because the Gaussian channel typically pulls it down. But we need to see and you know, adjust investments accordingly. This was a closer look at the current downtrend, even within an uptrend. Like I said, this trend here, is it going towards this line? Well, it looks like it is following the trend, and it needs to break out of this trend. You know, before it hits, I would say, 52,000 level, 52,500 level. It needs to, otherwise it will be following this trend all the way down, and that may lead to a death cross. If these two lines, because again, this is the 50-day moving average in green, the 200-day moving average. These are the average prices that it closed. The average price that it closed over 50 days. The average price that it closed over 200 days, but as an exponential calculation. I mean, it's here at the moment, but these dotted lines can show that there could be a cross in the coming future. There could be a cross, and if they come together. If the price continues to go down, there could be a cross, and if it continues to go down, then it will be a downward trend. But we shall watch and see and update our investments accordingly. This indicator is indicating that it's still, again, on a downtrend on a day-to-day basis analysis. On the green at the bottom and the red at the top, the mouth is closing a little bit. So if these should meet, then it might change. But for it to meet, this green has to come up to be willing to meet at least halfway for there to be a meeting. And once they meet and cross over, then we've got an uptrend. So if this was up here, I would say we're very close to a reversal. But since this line is down here, the reversal is not in sight at the moment, but we shall watch and see. Again, looking at this is a day-to-day chart, you know, and if you were to zoom out a little bit, say on the 1 week level, we're really still in an uptrend. You know, the uptrend may have slowed down, but really we're still kind of in an uptrend. So this is just looking at a day-to-day basis. That on a day-to-day basis, things are going down, but still in an uptrend overall. Okay, so Ethereum is doing pretty good, holding steady at 4,300. And I shouldn't say holding steady. It's had 3 days of downward trend. And with this at the top, the stochastic RSI at the top, with the red line crossing over the blue, or shall I say the blue crossing over the red, headed downwards, it could mean, you know, this is showing the momentum. And the only way is down at the moment. It's pointed downward, so it may fall a little bit, maybe back to 4,000. I can't predict, but it may not. It could do a double dip and come up again. But because it's at the top, you're at the top, there's kind of like nowhere really to go but down. So we shall watch and see how this moves. You know, as this comes down to here. If this should come down to here, this blue line with the red line, that means the price will drop. But we shall observe. Keep me posted. If you like this kind of content, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Regarding our website, let's see. When it comes to IamWealthyandRich.com, how to understand the game of money and play it well, and scroll down and fill in the short form. Get your millionaire mindset and investment strategy now, and you'll see the dollar cost average case study that I did, and you'll see some mindset training that will give you the right mindset. And don't ever think that, oh, you don't need mindset. We all need it. Trust me. And that will help you tremendously. It's free for now, so take advantage. And then underneath that is the Bitcoin case study. Anyway, like I said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you wonder about these pictures I have, this is for motivation, inspiration, about the lifestyle that is available for each and every one of us if we're willing to do what it takes. So, and the I'm wealthy and rich, but not about me saying I'm wealthy and rich. It's positive affirmation which you need to use yourself. You need to say the word, I am wealthy and rich. I am wealthy and rich, many times a day. Okay? So with that said, thanks very much for watching. I hope you had find this informative. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a wonderful and fantastic and prosperous day. Bye.